The Division 2 has done leagues for as long as I can remember. They've always been a big part of each season, so I thought I would bring you guys a video giving you tips on how to become efficient with completing the leagues and essentially give you my favourite build that I use to run these leagues. At the moment we have the Lucky League. There are 4 missions, then you have True Sun elites that you need to kill, and you also have enemies that you need to burn. So when it comes to burning enemies, your best bet is probably to run skills. And when it comes to the elites, it's recommended to just run any mission that has elite enemies in there and just get them all killed. But when it comes to the missions, you are on a timer, and some of these timers are silly in this game. At least in my opinion. The timers, like, you can have one mission that's really tough and it's going to take you close to the completion timer, and then they'll just copy and paste that same timer over to another mission that will be incredibly easy. So what I recommend you do for this, because I don't think the leagues are going anywhere. We've got Season 11 supposedly coming up early 2023, then Year 5 with Season 1 will start in spring 2023, and I believe in Year 5 they are going to continue the leagues. It's not 100%, it's just speculation, but they've done it for years and years now, so I don't see why they would change it. So when it comes to the missions and running them, you have 3 missions that are hard difficulty, you've got 1 that's challenging. In this Lucky League, you've got DCD Headquarters, Jefferson Trade Center, and Camp White Oak that are on hard. Then you've got Pathway Park over in New York, which is the challenging mission. And what I recommend you do for this is set yourself up a DPS build. I run a very, very old build that's got 3-piece Providence. I've got some Seska gloves on. I have the Fox's Prayer knees. And then I have a Grupo Sombra holster, and that is to increase my crit damage, my crit chance, all that sort of stuff. You need to go for a solid red build for DPS. Then what I do is I run the classic M1A. When there are elites, when there's armoured enemies like the Chunguses and stuff, when those are around, I pull out the classic M1A. But when they are not around, I run the Pestilence. When you are on a low difficulty, when you're playing on hard, when you're playing on normal, these Pestilence ticks are going to tick for a lot of damage. If there's armor on an enemy, they don't deal any ticks. You have to destroy that armor. But the Pestilence does normal damage as well, so you can absolutely plow rounds into the armored enemies, and you can deal with very high amount of damage, break their armor, and then the ticks is going to do the rest of the work. One thing I really like this, because the more ticks you've got on an enemy, you apply the ticks by shooting an enemy, and what you can do to build these ticks up even more, because it transfers the ticks over to an enemy within 25 meters once the enemy dies. What I recommend doing is, if you're, like, for an example, outside of the Lucky League even, if you're running a mission that has Black Tusk, if there is a Warhound, or if you're running a mission and there are the tanks, even when they beep and they start to blow up, like with the dogs, when they sit down and then they start doing their charge before they get destroyed, absolutely plow rounds into them, because it's going to continue building up the ticks and then pass on to the next enemy. So that is my recommendation on every single league. It all works the same. I run a DPS build, I use my Pestilence, I build up the ticks, and I don't think there's actually a mission where I haven't managed to get all 10 medals. Besides, I think it was Manning National Zoo. That was like 18 minutes. That was a tough one. But other than that, I have managed to get 10 medals on every single mission I have run during these leagues. They're nice and easy when you have a strong DPS build and you're using the right weapons. And that is going to do it for this one. I hope this video helped you out. Check out this video if you want to see other content on the channel. I will see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.